Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So first of all, I'm gonna be doing this for a while. I want to thank y'all hugely for all the support this channel has been getting lately. I've been getting a whole bunch of new subscribers lately, and it's just super awesome. I really appreciate you guys. So again, check the link in the description for a link to win my Airis Effects Cloud Drive. That'll be a giveaway for that will be happening in the next week or so, towards the beginning of December. And at that point, I'll also be opening up a giveaway for my KSR series pedal. But yeah, alright, pickups. A bit of a touchy subject around here, in my opinion. Pickups are extremely important, and over the years that I've started to, get more guitars in, try new pickups and everything, my views on them have changed. So I initially thought, oh man, pickups don't matter all that much, and you can dial around it. Like, especially something like an Axe Effects or something. It's like, eventually I'll find a tone, a metal tone, that works best with a certain set of pickups. That view has definitely changed over the years. Now I'm more so in the camp that I believe that with enough other gear, you can pretty much make any pickup set work. But at the end of the day, I think certain people are going to gel with certain pickup sets and just are not going to gel with others, because it's just, it's a very difficult thing to demo, I think, but the feel of a pickup is 100% a thing. And yeah, I'm not sure if I want to release it. I'm not 100% happy with the other footage that I released, that I recorded, but this guitar had Lace X-Bar, a Lace X-Bar and a Lace Death Bucker, or one of those pickups, and I'll double check, in it. And I've hated the sound of this guitar for quite a while now. I think when I first got it, it was like, oh man, cool, new, awesome, I love the way this guitar looks. But over time, its flaws started to make themselves known to me. And it took me a long time to realize it, but the pickups were a huge part of my issue with this guitar. There are others, but we'll talk about that in a different video, I guess. Yeah, I just did not get along with those Lace pickups at all. The guitar was not satisfying to me to play. And I was always I'm not technical in terms of like swapping pickups and everything. I take my guitar to Guitar Center and have them swap stuff out. I was always a little worried about swapping the pickups out because the Lace pickups have those 4 screws in each. Whereas most pickups, like these Bareknuckles I have in here, just have the 2 here. Ultimately it worked out, and I'm glad that it did, because as of right now, I don't know if it's just the, oh, new pickups thing, but right now I'm feeling like this may be my favorite sounding guitar, which is kind of interesting and kind of annoying. I'm really trying to find another perfect combination of great playability and great sound, and I'm not getting it. I think that my best case is still my Skirvis and Shaggy, which I use on the channel all the time, and I want to diversify the amount of which guitars y'all see on this channel. But to me, the Skirvis is just right now the perfect balance of playability and tone. Yeah, it's just, I have some other great ones, but it's just still a step above the others. I have a new Black Cat 7-string coming in that I'm hoping might stand up to it as well. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is a more general guitar / pickup comparison. I'm really just really loving the sound of these this Painkiller in the bridge and the Juggernaut in the neck. So the Juggernaut started out as a bridge pickup for my my Black Cat 8-string, and ultimately it ended up here, and I'm loving it way more as a neck pickup. I don't know if I'm gonna dig into that too much today, but we'll see. But basically, how we're gonna do this video is I'm going to play this guitar in between, and then in between I'm gonna play each of my other guitars. We're just gonna shoot a quick little clip that way, and then at the end I'm gonna edit it together so those that really want to hear the sound comparison, you can do that easily. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be playing this guitar and swapping back between the others and kind of just talking about it. So we're running this guitar into an Airis Effects Parallel Overdrive, into a high wind amplification Phalanx Gate, into my KSR Artemis, which is mic'd up, which is going into my Mission KM212P, mic'd up by an SM58 and an SM57. So yeah, here we go. So we're literally going to go in the order of the guitars from what I consider to be worst sounding to best sounding in terms of the other guitar that I'm going to play. So, what I currently consider to be my worst sounding guitar, the Strandberg with lace pickups. So hopefully this can give you some idea of what I was talking about in terms of just not liking these pickups at all. So yeah, they're kind of thick and everything. It's exactly the same way I felt about the pickups in the Zen. Kind of thick, but ultimately it's just kind of muddy. Like, it's not a whole heck of a lot of clarity there. And that's an issue for me. I like to play with more gain than most folks do. I play chords through that gain a lot. And this just isn't it. But the fact that I was able to successfully put bare knuckles in the Zen makes me very happy about this. I don't know what exactly is going in here, but these are definitely not staying. Because this guitar is extremely comfortable. This might be my most comfortable guitar. It's super light, and I'm just a fan of it. I'm really looking forward to putting some better pickups in here. Alright. Jump back over to the Zen. Over to my next higher rated sounding guitar. So I'm not in love with the sound of this guitar right now, but I love it a heck of a lot more than the Strandberg. So this is a big jump. We're going from like a C plus to like, no, not a C plus, from like a C to like a B plus here in terms of how I feel about how the guitar sounds. This has the Bareknuckle silo bridge in it. Yeah, so this, I like it quite a lot, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have enough output and chunk for me. I have it very, like, it's fairly high to kind of help with what I feel like is a lack of output to an extent. But yeah, initially being told that the silo, initially being told that the silo was similar to the Warpig, it's not in terms of output, and that kind of, it's not really doing it for me. But I mean, I kind of like it, you know. I may keep it in there and use it from time to time. It's a different sound, you know. I feel like that's a good thing to have around. Alright, next up, I'm pretty happy to say that my next favorite sounding guitar is this guy. My Schecter Damien Elite 7, which, as I've said, was like my first higher end guitar that I bought with my own money. It currently has the Fishman Fluence Toast and Abasi set in it, which I like a lot more than the moderns. A lot. So like this guitar, I give it like a B plus, maybe an A minus in terms of how it sounds. it's a straight up, flat out an A in terms of how it sounds. So this guitar and the next guitar that I'm gonna play, I may have them confused. I really, really like the sound of this guitar and these pickups. But yeah, next guitar is an 8-string, so. But yeah, all that said, this guitar is sounding really good. I'm a fan of the Painkillers. But I'm also a big fan of the Bareknuckle Aftermaths, which are in this guitar. Not sure which between these I like better, honestly. So this guitar and the Zen actually have very similar body woods. I think they're both mahogany bodies. And just, I think I do prefer the sound of these pickups to the both the Painkillers and the Fluence Toast and Abasis. This might be my favorite pickup set, the Aftermaths. But unfortunately, they're in a 28-inch scale 8-string, which I find somewhat cumbersome to play. It's not my favorite setup. I love this instrument, but just the scale length is longer than what I prefer. But yeah, it is really, really quite nice. So you'll notice as we started to get to the guitars that I thought sounded better, I started playing them more, even in the course of this video. And that kind of underlines my thoughts about pickups in general. Yes, they do matter to your sounds, but to me, they matter even more for your desire and motivation to pick up and play the guitar. If a guitar sounds and feels good in your hands and in terms of what's coming out of the speaker, you're going to play more. That's just how it is. Actually, more and more, as I'm playing this guitar more and more, I'm starting to think that this guitar is just so freaking comfortable that it's making me think it sounds a little bit better than it actually does too. Meaning, not that it doesn't sound amazing, but I would say this is probably an A sound as well, and maybe not necessarily an A+, where I think that the, actually both the Fluence Abasis and the Aftermath may be A+ sounding guitars. Never mind, it's also still an A+. So there you go, you pretty much got my tier list of how I think my guitars sound right now. So the A+ tier is definitely my Skirvison, my Schecter Hellraiser Hybrid C8 that has Bareknuckle Aftermaths in it, and the Schecter Damien Elite 7 that has the Toast and Abasi Fluences. Then in the A tier we've got I haven't decided if the Zen is an A or A plus to me as of yet, but it sounds really, really great. Yeah, that's not bad. Then in a straight up B tier, I give the Black Cat with the Bareknuckle Silo. And down in C tier is the Strandberg with the lace pickups in it. But yeah, that's a super cool thing. Because at first the Zen was definitely down there with the Strandberg in terms of just, I thought it was my worst sounding guitar at the time. And now it's jumped up to being shoulder to shoulder with my best sounding guitars and being one of my best sounding guitars. So yeah, big fan of that, and definitely looking forward to swapping out those lace pickups in my Strandberg. But yeah, like I said, now I'm going to edit together those clips from earlier just so you can kind of hear them back to back, and maybe they'll help you make a purchasing decision for your pickups. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. But I ask that you, tell me what was wrong with it so I can do better next time. But hey, you guys take care.